quickly. Who here is a vegetarian? Who here goes to church? Who here has an autistic child for which they ask support? Who here has a daughter who wants to sleep over at their friend and you say as a parent, no? These are all reasons why children are and have been taken. This country has beautiful laws, but the problem is social services do not follow the law. This is not right. We need to stand together.
And what was the reason they took away your children?
So it was my daughter's friend said to the curator, the counselor, school counselor, that my daughter was being abused at home. And then the whole thing spiraled out. Basically, we were stricter parents than her peers.
We can start with the social service.
So with social services, it was like hovering in this surreal reality of you say something and something else totally different is down on paper. And you get allegations, you counter it. They dismissed our own witnesses. We had family, friends, everyone rally around us and just say, listen, this is crazy. Your allegations are not right. And in the meantime, they isolated my children. They swapped and changed them. My daughter ended up really cycling down into a really deep hole in terms of mental health. And they provided no help. They put us down, we're the bad parents, everything is our fault, and they isolated the children. We would say, is it okay for an 8-year-old to be up till 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night on a school night and be on an iPad all the time? And they would just go, well, it's the foster family's problem, not ours, we don't care.
So it's foster family who decide, you mean?
So the foster family decides. The foster family, I mean, my 8-year-old son's, he was in 3 separate foster families over the 6 months that he was away from us. And over that period, the 3rd foster family, after 2 weeks, the guy there did not know my son's name.
Oh.
And I can give you lots of small examples like that, where one of the foster families said, when I said, I'm sorry, where's my daughter? It's 10 o'clock at night. She's in a really bad place mentally. Why don't you know where she is? Then he said, oh, you had many years to fix your daughter. Don't come to me now.
Wow.
It's that sort of surreal reality that you're facing as a parent, as a conscientious parent. And I've been blogging about parenting, about family life for the last 12 years. So it's not like I'm totally naive about parenting issues. And it
still happens.
It still happens. And both my husband and I are well educated. Where neither of us are Swedish and we don't have Swedish citizenship, which actually helped us, although they tried to refuse. So I reached out to the Hungarian embassy because I hold a Hungarian passport. My husband reached out to the Dutch embassy because he holds a Dutch passport. And the Dutch just said it's an internal issue, we're not dealing with it. The Hungarians actually were able to come along to meetings and make sure things were going along as they should. And because the Hungarian consul did attend some meetings, they actually accused him of tampering with the investigation. And these allegations are down on paper, whereas we know he did not.
Yeah. So would you recommend for these people here to get their embassies involved in their cases?
I would absolutely recommend for each embassy to be notified for people, so that there is a record. The embassies don't have too much of a possibility for what they can do, but they should all get in touch with their embassies so that there is a note of what is happening and with who.
Yeah.
One of the things that's very important, I don't speak Swedish, my husband's Swedish is not that good either. Social Services publishes many thick booklets of how their procedures are. It's really important. Get Google Translate. Translate it into your own language if you don't understand Swedish. Have friends explain things to you and hold the social services accountable. Every single time they do not do something that is prescribed to them in the law or within their own frame of what they should be working on, then do write and do everything in writing. Everything in writing. Email if possible, and hold them accountable to their own procedures, to their own laws. They'll hate you and they will make things more complicated. But if you carry on consistently doing it, don't just say that you're shit and whatever, because that doesn't get you anywhere. Look at what is your child's best and carry on looking at what they are doing and how they can improve things for your children. So one of my tips is never go to social services to meet your social secretaries on your own. Always take friends. If possible, take people who are in a position of social responsibility. So for instance, one of our friends is a union representative, another friend is a professor. So these are the sort of people who came with us to some critical meetings. Record all your meetings. It can't be used in court, but you won't remember most of it. So it's a very good reference for your own sake. And the next thing is the most important. The social secretaries will try to get you to be angry. Never rise to it. Ask questions as much as they ask, more even. Do not get angry. Think of your children, think of the love for your children, and just project that love towards the social secretary if you find it within you.